we could very well go cashless in July. I'm sorry, in April. In April of this year, 2023, meaning in the next in the next 3 days. Now we're not going to go cashless, totally cashless on the 1st of April. It'll be a gradual thing. And their plan is to fast track this thing that they want this system America to go fully cashless by the end of July. So we're talking about April, May, June, July. We're talking in 3 months. Now, you that are part of GMS, that listen to the apostles, bishops, and elders on down. We've been talking about this for the longest, and now we're right at that point. Total cashless. Everything would, in other words, you're going to need a debit card, credit card. Whatever job you worked in, you're going to get paid by means of direct deposit. Excuse me. Most stores will not accept cash. Some will. Me, myself, I'm used to going to the self checkout. And you can use cash, but every once in a while, you can't use the cash. It'll say cash, debit, credit. You hit cash, not available. And then you either hit debit or credit. So, of course, I have a bank a card, and I have maybe another card, another prepaid debit card, which is what's the name of the company? Which they're pretty good. They're pretty damn good. Because somebody hacked that card, and I reported it, and they gave me my money back. It took a couple of months, but they did say whatever money was taken, which was less than $100, about $80-something, they'll say we can give it back to you, and if it's found out that we can't prove that somebody took it, we'll take the money. But once we find out who took the money, we'll deal with their bank and we'll give you the money back. I said, no, I don't need the money. Don't worry about it. All of a sudden, one day, I don't know, it took 2 months, and it was because this card is connected to my smartphone, so they gave me a text saying, you now have such and such money. I think it was $80, $89 is back in your account. They explained what it was all about. I said, good. So that's something good. What else does this card do? Oh, anytime you make a purchase, like if somebody was to make a purchase on this card, I will get a text. Like if I go to a store and make a purchase with this card, as soon as I make the purchase, a text a second after, 2 seconds after, you get the alert and it said, you just made a purchase at this particular store at this time on this date. And then you would tap and it would be confirmed. There was another time where, what was it, BJ's, one of those stores, they had taken out my yearly thing, so they blocked it. So I had to get in contact with them and say, no, they were supposed to take it out, although they didn't tell me. But they said there was $50, $60 taken out for your next year, your annual fee for the BJ's or Costco's or whatever. Because I used to have accounts with 2 of those wholesale clubs. I got rid of one and with another. I went BJ's, and I'm thinking about getting with Costco's because Apostle Gabar and Apostle Ramlab, they work together. We're into like non-GMO foods, organic foods. We're very, and we don't just, you'll never see us eating at a McDonald's. You couldn't pay us to eat at a McDonald's or a Burger King. Burger King, baby, Burger King. I had to throw that in there, inside joke. Wendy's, you won't even see us go to Wendy's, none of those places. We go to places that, restaurants that pretty much deal with fresh food. But a lot of times we cook on our own too. So we know what we're cooking. And most of the stuff that we deal with is organic, non GMO superfoods. Anyway, I did all that to come back to this. So let me just read this. Oh, by the way, the card company that I deal with, if you go to the supermarket or whatever you go, wherever you go to, do not get, what is that? What is that? Blue dot, green dot, whatever. That's a ripoff. Get net spend. Net spend. I I got this card, I don't know, more than 2 years ago, definitely. And this card has been very, very good to me. Anyway, so let's read this. It says, how far away are we from a cashless society? This goes back to May 16 of 2020, 3 years ago. It says, how far are we from a cashless society? The first truly cashless society could be a reality by 2023, according to a new report from global consultancy A.T. Kearney. In just 5 years, we could be living in the very first truly cashless society. And what led me to this was I was watching Redacted with Natalie and Clayton Morris. Anyway, let me go to the next one. There's a drop down menu. Okay. Which countries are moving toward a cashless society? Sweden, Brazil, and China are among a handful of countries seeing an increasingly cashless society with the digitalization of money, everything digital. Mostly all my bills are automatically deducted from my account. Analysis suggests a general correlation between high interest rates and less cash in circulation. And you know what comes after this? You know what comes down the line, what we've been talking about, the MOTB. Pretty soon, credit cards and debit cards will become obsolete, and then you would only have your smartphone, and that will become obsolete as far as making payments. And then this technology will actually be put in your hand. The CEO of Nokia said that at the World Economic Forum, the last one, which was some months ago. He said everything that's in your phone and your cards is going to go into your body. I think that was it. Okay, let me go to this one. Which country is totally cashless? According to data from the World Bank, Norway is the European country closest to a cashless future. Nearly all 98% of Norwegians own a debit card. That's damn near 100%. Let me do this one. Which country is most cashless? Cashless countries. 92% of the total consumer payment is cashless in France. 86% of consumer payments are cashless in Australia. Is China going cashless? China has transformed into a cashless society thanks to the e-payment apps and more than 1 billion smartphone owners, although because they pay through their smartphones, although there are no official data, I assume that about 80% of the Chinese people no longer carry enough cash with them. Why is China going cashless? Now, we mentioned Norway, Sweden, Brazil, the high rate of internet usage. Why is China going cashless? The high rate of internet usage, a supportive regulatory framework, and the government's push for a cashless society, which C19 as the impetus to introduce the digital yuan, which is the Chinese dollar, to replace physical banknotes, all contributions to the success of mobile payments in China. Now, when the C19, the C Muffin came out, they were saying that that your dollar, your money has it. It was getting you, programmed to not like money. And then when you go to the store, you would have to wait on a long line. You had the mask on. And I remember you went to the self checkout, you couldn't pay with cash. We don't have enough coins. You got to put exact cash in there, or you couldn't use cash at all. Well, I had I had my prepaid debit card and I had my bank card, so no big deal. I like paying with cash, but no big deal. I don't want to wait on a long line to have to pay cash. And that's how they do it. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.